Hi everyone, I am here grounding in Newport Beach. It's nice and sunny. Ooh, the water is cold, but it's okay. So I wanted to come on and share another quick tip. It's actually a continuation to my previous video. If you haven't listened to it, it's about you're missing red flags, something like that. And so I wanted to continue on that in regards to clarity versus confusion, which I know you guys are currently dealing with it, or you have dealt with it many times as myself. So here's a quick tip when it comes to relationship that it's going to give you peace of mind. It's gonna go with the hashtag mental health, hashtag TikTok learning campaign. So in regards to dating, friendship, family, any type of relationship, okay, is the person. So the previous video, I have told you in order to go through like red flags, see through red flags really fast, is you have to ask the one question, which is, how is that person making me feel, not how I'm feeling about that person. Because by you asking that question, you tap into that person's energy. Okay, so take it a little further and ask, is that person giving you clarity, or is that person leaving you confused? You know, in regards to dating, for example, you know that a man wants you, or a woman wants to be with you. She'll make it known, he'll make it known, by you have the feeling of clarity. If you have to ask constantly, and if you feel confused, then there's your answer. Okay? So if a man really wants you, I'll make it very clear. A woman really wants to be in your life, makes it very clear. You're not left confused with games and manipulation. Okay? Same thing with friendship, any type of relationship. If the person, you just met a new person, is making you feel confused, not for you. You don't want that energy. Because let me tell you, they know they are leaving you confused. They're doing it on purpose. Okay? It's if you study Narcissists, which I have for 25 years, I've encountered all types, and I'm grateful because I was able to learn their patterns, and then I took it further to study their psychology, their brain, and their behavior. They have this tactic, okay? They do it on purpose. They gaslight, so you can feel confused and you can question your own sanity. They create problems. They blame you. Then you ask yourself, because the more confused you are, the less grounded you are, the lower frequency you are, the more they can control you, and the more you need them, right? For guidance or for their energy. That's their purpose. Don't fall for it. The person is making you feel confused and you have to question about their intention, and you can't have mature communication, and that person does not have high emotional intelligence, then that person does not belong into your life. Okay? Your ultimate goal is to feel peace, okay, stability, safety. Then you want to surround yourself with people who have clarity. Because the people who leave you confused, the narcissists who leave you confused and are gaslighting you, the reason why that's happening is because it's reflecting their inner world, their emotional state inside. They are insecure and they are not stable internally. So they want to control others. They want to manipulate others. They want to feed off your energy, empaths, starseed, chosen ones. That's why they do it. They might look perfect on the outside. Okay, as a matter of fact, there's a saying, known psychologist, the more a person looks perfect on the outside and try to be a perfectionist on the outside, the more demons they are fighting internally. Okay? So be mindful. You meet a new person, you're going for a business deal, you're going on dates. Always ask, how do I feel? How is that person making me feel? Because if you're constantly confused, if they're constantly changing their mind, they're doing it on purpose. Okay? They are doing it on purpose. It's a tactic that they use. So you are not stable. You are not grounded, because the more grounded you are, the more stable you are, the more you are in your power. All right? And the more you're in your power, the higher your frequency. And they just can't get to you. They can get to you when you're in a lower frequency. Everything is energy. Your mission is to be happy, peaceful, to be loved. Once you anchor those frequencies, you stay on higher frequencies, and then you become unbothered. You become unshakable. You become unfuckwitable. Okay? We gotta practice consistency. And also, just know that the worst enemy, narcissist enemy, is an educated empath. How do I know this? It's because I had to become one. So the more I learned, the more I learned the game, the more I studied, the more I was getting my power, the less power they were having. Educate yourself, become the educated empath, and it's going to be game over once you reach that point, because knowledge is power and applicable knowledge is freedom.